today I'm going to be doing 21 albums from the 2000s. I'm going to do a list, but I'm not going to count it down like at number 21. It's just in any order, basically. These are albums that maybe some people haven't heard, and I want to introduce you to some, and some that you may not think would go in this list, and some that are obvious, but you might have forgot about. I'm not going to mention System of a Down, Linkin Park, or The Strokes because it's been over-explained from this era. So, Hybrid Theory, Is This It, and Toxicity. Not in the list because that's obvious. So, Flickerstick from Dallas, Texas. This was really good indie. It was on VH1's Bands of the Run, and they had some really nice emo stroke indie songs. And the singer is fantastic. What a voice, Brendan. That's Flickerstick with Welcoming Home the Astronauts. I highly recommend this album. It's really good. It's nice and it's got good layers and it's well produced and it's heartfelt. Next up, Yellow Card with Ocean Avenue. Still got the Kerrang review there. Great album. Favourite song on this is 23 and you're still mad at me. Really nice with the violins, great pop punk, really vibrant, warm, sunny pop. Good album. Next up, an album that often gets missed in the punk class albums, but this, The Bouncing Souls. How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Great album, breakup song. True Believers, Nowhere to Run myself. Very much Dropkick Murphys with The Offspring and Alkaline Trio and that sort of vibe. Really good punk, bit of Ramones in there. Great album. Bouncing Souls, How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Next, Killswitch Engage, Alive and Still Breathing. Or Just Breathing, sorry. Alive or Just Breathing. My Last Serenade, obviously. Self-Revolution, Fixation on the Darkness. Great album, favourite, Just Barely Breathing and Life to Lifeless. Great metalcore from the 2000s. This was the pioneer for metalcore. Here's an album that no one would expect. The Workhorse Movement, still got the Kerrang review there, the 4K. Great stuff. Detroit, groovy, stoner metal, stoner rock, whatever, hippie, whatever you want to call it. It just rocks and it's really innovative and it blends all different styles. I saw the Support Pitch Shifter with Sona for Reek and I was on stage with them and little scrawny kid still are, but yeah. Colbrid, whatever he's called. Yeah, got some great. My favourite song on this is Feel Like Bob Marley. Feel Like Bob Marley. Great album. Check it out. The Workhorse Movement, Sons of the Pioneers. Next, it's the man, Danko Jones. Huge fan. Seen him 7 times with the Raf and the Shan and the Bro and the Matt and the Swaby. This was like the guy we could all watch and go, this is how you be a rock star. Born a Lion. What an album from the 2000s. It's fantastic. It's just great blues, great licks, quality. Check it out, Danko Jones. If The Rock was in a band, this would be the band Danko Jones. Phil Lynott meets The Rock. What a show, man. Check him out, huge in Canada. Now next is an album from the early 2000s, beautiful arrangements, JJ72. What an album, beautiful indie, really orchestral, Smashing Pumpkins vibes in there with Liberian lyrics from Ireland, but lovely. Oxygen was the lead-off single, great album, JJ72, really beautiful melodies, well sung, really heartfelt and melancholy. Next, we've got 2 albums. Put my coffee down there. Billy Talent. They were so talented. They called themselves Billy Talent. They were that good. This album is phenomenal. Like Try Honesty, the layers of the vocals with the harmonies, with the guitar at the driving style, line and sinker, this is how it goes. Living in the shadows, river below. Lies is my favourite on this. And Billy Talent 2 is everything and more. This Suffering sounds like System of a Down as well, with meets at the driving. Great albums from the 2000s. Really, really, really good rock. Good post-hardcore meets emo, meets punk. Fantastic. Next up, an album that never ceases to amaze. At the band AFI, Sing and Sorrow. Nothing to no one and no one at all. Ready to rap. Yeah, I loved it, man. This was great. Dancing Through Sundays, Leaving Song, Silver and the Cold. Right to the way. Great. AFI, Singing the Sorrow. Gothic, dark, punky, catchy, emotional, passionate. Has great synth layers. AFI, Singing Sorrow. Next, I'm breezing through this. Finch, New Beginnings. Great postscript, Letters to You, New Beginnings, a song. Stay With Me, I love the last song, What It Is to Burn. 3 Simple Words, I heard that on a CD somewhere, Kerrang or something. Great emo, great hardcore meets emo, fantastic album. Really great debut. Next, a band probably nobody's ever heard of, Crashland, indie band, sounded like Suede, but with a bit of punky stuff to them as well, and yeah, really good album. Modern Animal, saw these live a few times, and we really liked them, me and Sean and Paul. New Perfume, Lemonade, The Sun in My Eyes, Standard Love Affair, Standard Love Affair, Shoegaze meets Rock and Roller, really good album. Next, 100 Reasons, what can you say about this? Like, I'll find you, 'cause I'll never fall, but every reason, explain well you will. It was great watching it live at Leeds, because he'd do that then, and then the big guy would just come in, it was just funny. And then Silver, great song. Answers, What Thought Did, I'll Find You. What's right? Great album. Excellent. 100 Reasons, Ideas Above Our Station. They never got better after this. This was superb for Brit Rock. Next, it's Akon with Trouble. I'm going to go there. I'm steady trying to find my mode. Lordy, where'd I go? Great, again, fantastic. Trouble, Bonanza, Locked Up, Ghetto, Pot of Gold, what a song. Obviously Lone with a Standoff, but I like Journey. I won't. It's just got everything, this. It's got the Jamaican style, the Senegal, the beats, the break, sort of dance hall mixed with the great beats and the production and the vocals, and it's sincere. It's fantastic. Often forgot about. Next, Albert Hammond Jr. solo projects. These were great. Both, just check them out. It's really nice, catchy indie. It's like the Strokes, but it shows his guitar layers and what a great songwriter he is without Julian Casablancas. Worth a check. Next up, Funeral for a Friend. 2 albums, Hours, these were the finest moments for me, and obviously the debut, Casually Dressed and Deep in Conversation. Danko Jr. and then Hours. You just got to check both out. They're that good. It's like Lost Prophets, but more deep for me and more talented with the guitar parts and just the connotations and the deepness. It was just better for me. Have a coffee. We're down to a few now. Next, CKY. Oh, man, Infiltrate, Destroy and Build. It's so original. It's so different. You wouldn't like forgetting like the Bam Margera stuff. These were a good, for me, they were just so different and creative with the guitar parts, their imagination. It was on some Warlord shizzle mixed with like some punk and some metallic. It just really daft as well, really idiosyncratic, but like sort of game music as well. What an album. I love Flesh into Gear. Turn back, we'll never see you again. Great, I love this album. It's so different and unique. Plastic Plan, Sporadic Movement, just a ball and a wild side out. Really just different, trippy, just weird, but I love it. Flesh into Gear. Flesh into Gear, and I love that bridge. Great, love it. Spacey, rocky, just loser rock, but yeah, that's why I like it. Yeah. Anyway, that's CKY with Infiltrate, Destroy and Rebuild. Next, the last three, Rip the Jacker, Cannabis. What an album. Lyrics, production, articulation, theme, cinematics, beats, groove, flow, bars. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're into hip-hop with ambience and literature and scientific rhymes, you will love Rip the Jacker. If you're not, go listen to Papoose. But yeah, this is fantastic if you like that stuff. Next, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. Oh my god, this you wouldn't think would be on the list, but Love Burns, Red Eyes and Tears. Again, shoegazing rock and roll. Saw these support Oasis at Finsbury Park with my bro. Coral were there, Proud Mary from Royton, big shout out. Some great bands on this. Charlatans, but this album is fantastic. Red Eyes and Tears, nothing for you in my thing. Awake, Salvation, awesome. Spread Your Love, obviously, but whatever happened to me, rock and roll, great. And I was so buzzing to do this, I couldn't leave the Ultimate album out. This is by far the most incredible body of work from this era. It was the most honest, it was the most different, it was the most aggressive, sincere. It's at the driving. Still got my Kerrang review there, slanted a bit there, but 5k. This could be one of the most significant records of the past decade. It's also quite possibly the best. That was at the time. It was a grower, but it was absolutely phenomenal. I listened to it last night, and man, Quarantine, Cosmonaut. Is it ever you now? Till this is the black box lion. Great, and then you got Quarantined. Protecting the shallow, building a building, it's contagious. We're fitting the shallow. Pattern Against User, One Arm Scissors, Sleepwalk Capsules, Invalid, Litter Depth. I used to call that Ricky Smelly, I don't know why, but anyway, Invalid Litter Depth. Wanting on the corpse's ashes, while I wait to procure them into the wishing well, wishing well, wishing well. Dancing on, Inflated Rolex Propaganda, One Arm Scissor again, and to open it with Arcas. You can't type these now. You won't want to hashtag it because all the titles were like really difficult to pronounce. Well, for me anyway. And if you're a stoner at Leeds Festival, they were really hard to remember and pronounce. But Mannequin Republic, Infilade, Pattern Against User. It takes a well out of this. It takes a well out of living. It was just so Rage Against the Machine and bubbly and Anyway, this is the best. But I recommend any of these on the list, man. Don't forget CKY, check that album out. Just albums that you're not used to, different albums. Maybe you've not heard of any of these acts. This is a Relationship of Command, by the way, by At The Drive-In. It was produced by Ross Robinson, who did Limp Bizkit, who did Corn, who did Can't Smile. Forgot their bloody name. Fucking hell, that good. When I fall. Forgot the bloody name now. Beck's fucking Red. Worst band I ever saw live, I hate to say, but yeah. They prided themselves on Bush, like Gavin Rosdale voice, but they just couldn't cut it live. It was just a wall of sound. It sounded like a ton of bricks going through Tesco. Shite. Anyway, but forgetting that, Ross Robinson is pivotal on this album's production, and it's so honest, it's so raw, and this is my favourite. But check any of these on the list, guys. Again, go back